The armed forces of Ukraine targeted the Russian military's command center in Kursk province on the night of November 20th and early morning of November 21st using British-supplied Storm Shadow missiles. During the attack on the night of November 20th, the Ukrainian Air Force deployed 5 Su-24 bombers, each carrying a pair of precision-guided Storm Shadow missiles. The bombers fired at least 10 Storm Shadow cruise missiles at targets in Maryino, Kursk province, about 40 kilometers from Ukraine's border. Each missile weighs over 2,866 pounds, 1,300 kilograms. The UK's BAE system specifically developed the Bomb Royal Ordnance Augmented Charge Warhead, weighing 882 pounds, 400 kilograms. 4 Storm Shadow to destroy fortified structures such as underground bunkers. With the assistance of foreign experts, the Ukrainian Air Force has upgraded several old Soviet-era Su-24 aircraft to deploy Storm Shadow/Scalp-EG missiles. These missiles are a joint British-French production, with the name Storm Shadow used in the UK and Scalp-EG in France. In previous strikes on Russian military targets within Ukrainian territory, the Ukrainian Air Force typically launched Storm Shadow missiles from low-flying Sukhoi Su-24 bombers in pairs. In a video address on the evening of November 21st, Russian President Vladimir Putin confirmed Ukraine's Storm Shadow missile strike on the Russian command center in Maryino. In this attack, Ukraine combined Storm Shadow missiles with HIMARS rocket systems supplied by the US. The strike and subsequent air defense battle caused casualties, including deaths and injuries among security units and support staff in the vicinity. However, key members of the command center remained unharmed and continue to effectively direct Russian forces to repel Ukrainian troops from Kursk. Why is the interception rate of Storm Shadow missiles so low? For months, Ukraine has frequently launched R-360M Neptune MD missiles at Kursk. The Russian Air Force's Integrated Air Defense Brigades and the Aerospace Forces Command should have optimized radar networks to counter these threats. Here are some reasons for the low interception rate. Along the projected flight path of the Storm Shadow missiles toward Maryino, only 2 to 3 combat vehicles from the Tor M2 air defense system were camouflaged, or Panzer S1 air defense systems were deployed in radar-off mode to avoid detection by Ukrainian reconnaissance. This number was insufficient to intercept such a large number of Storm Shadow missiles. In theory, the Russian military has the technical capability to deploy Tor M2 systems in radar-off mode, ready to engage targets. A full battalion of 6 Tor M2 systems, camouflaged and linked to a Ranzerem command vehicle also hidden in Kursk's forests, could have been deployed to effectively counter Storm Shadow missile routes. Early warning data from an A-50U aircraft must be sent to the Ranzerem command vehicle. Target assignments could then be distributed among the Tor M2 systems. However, the limited number of A-50U aircraft in Russia poses a significant challenge. Notably, Russia possesses enough Su-35S fighter jets equipped with Urbisi radars capable of early warning and detecting Storm Shadow missiles at distances of up to 110 kilometers. With support from the S-108 communication system, Su-35S pilots could provide target data to the Ranzerem vehicle and independently intercept most Storm Shadow missiles using R-77-1 missiles. A single Su-35S could theoretically intercept 8 Storm Shadow missiles simultaneously with R-77-1 missiles. However, Su-35S jets in the Suma direction are primarily tasked with escorting Su-34 multirole fighter bombers in attack operations, leaving Ukrainian missiles largely unchallenged when entering Russian border airspace. Reconnaissance UAV challenges and air defense gaps. A similar situation occurs with Ukraine's optical electronic reconnaissance UAVs, which cross Kursk province's border areas. These drones destroy logistics hubs, communication points, and Russian technical convoys before relaying target data to HIMARS launch systems. To counter Ukrainian UAVs flying at 3,500 meters altitude, Russia could deploy Strela 10M3/MN air defense systems, or Mi-28NM and Ka-52M helicopters equipped with Igla-V and Viker-1 missiles to neutralize UAV threats. Effective air defense in Azov region. In contrast to the situation in Kursk, Russia has established a systematic and effective missile defense network in the Azov region. Just before Ukraine's Storm Shadow missile attack on Kursk, all British missiles were intercepted by Russia's Tor, M2, and Pantsir S-1 systems over the Taganrog Bay. Additionally, Russia has bolstered its defenses along the Azov operational axis with Buk, M3, S-400, and even S-500 systems.